Hey y'all, we are back with another dense update. This update is sponsored by Biomax Peptides and Herd Athletics. Here we go. A lot of interesting shows going on in the CrossFit space over the last couple of days. Matthew Souza of the Sevan podcast did a show on CrossFit's big haters, and we know there are plenty out there. As we get closer to the CrossFit Games, Sevan Matosian on this channel has had quite the guest list of Games athletes. He recently had Abby Domit, Alex Gazan, Olivia Kerstetter, Ariel Lowen, Fee Sagaffi. Upcoming will be CEO of Proven Nick Johnston, as well as Chris Ibarra, and of course his weekly show with Greg Glassman. Clydesdale Media on their regular Sunday show with Scott Schweitzer, Jamie Latimer, and Caroline Prevost. And then Coffee Pods and Wads had Lydia Fish on recently. Dave Castro did his weekend review. Sevan Matosian did his review of Dave Castro's weekend review. And I think there's some pretty big news coming tomorrow. Let's talk about all that. So Sousa's show on all the CrossFit haters like Chris Williamson, Tanner Shuck, Frank. It's the usual story. It's people in the podcast space aren't benefiting from CrossFit directly, but they want to use it as a storyline for their show. Or it's a former CrossFitter who was good for like a second in a region that nobody really pays attention to and then wasn't good anymore. So starts his own things and just does nothing but talk about CrossFit and bash on it because his way of doing things is much better. Or athletes who've been around for over a decade, participated in the sport, never really raised any concerns publicly. They want to paint this narrative as if it's so unsafe. It's a clown world we live in here, folks. Or then you have former affiliate owners who had their affiliation taken away from them and then tried to rally other people in to try to raise money to buy CrossFit. I mean, Wiley podcasts on toilets. There's a common theme with all these people who are hating on CrossFit, and it's that it's not serving them the way they want it to. And then you have people like Annie Thorstadter, who is now aged out of the sport.
It's crazy how they just don't want to do CrossFit anymore when they're no longer going to be good at CrossFit because they're aging out. They don't want to go do the Masters competition. That's not where all the eyes and money are at. Hell no.
Who was complaining about years of the CrossFit Games that she wasn't doing well, but now says that the reason she didn't do well at those events was because it wasn't safe. She's definitely trying to spin the story to fit her narrative.
And now they're trying to get people to boycott against it, make up these giant fabricated lies about not getting water at the CrossFit Games to paint them in this bad picture.
If you're going to continue to go on these campaign of attacks against the organization and against Dave Castro, then you better be ready for those of us who are going to push back. We're not going anywhere. Now, Sevan Matosian had Abigail Domit and Alex Gazan on the show the other morning. And on the show, Alex announced that she is withdrawing from the CrossFit Games.
I've made my choice. Yeah.
Did you know? Have you known your choice since it happened?
No, when we spoke, I actually started to really enjoy the idea of going with no pressure.
She was a little emotional. It's really heartbreaking. We wish her the best in her recovery. And then on the Sunday show with Clydesdale Media, he talked to Caroline Prevost. She had not at that point received her backfill, but since then she has. So she will take Alex Gazan's place at the CrossFit Games this year. And then in another surprise invitation to the CrossFit Games, CrossFit Mayhem posted a reel of Team Hendersonville, who was a 21st place team, only 1 point out of a qualifying spot for the CrossFit Games, received an email the other day.
We're going to the games. See you there.
Fee was also on with Sevan Matosian the other day. And wow, if you did not watch this interview, you want to go back and watch it. His interviews with athletes are hands down the best. They talk about her video with Andrew Hiller and how she didn't tell her dad that she was doing that video to let the world know about her story. Talks about the CrossFit Open, winning the Mayhem Classic, her journey with her faith. It's a very open and honest conversation. They do talk about the PFAA demands and Fee signing the letter.
The PFA released this letter with these 3 demands, and on the bottom was signed by people from the PFAA board: you, Annie, Royce, Mr. Fikowski, and one of the demands was to ask Dave to step down as the director of the games. Can you walk me through how you got to what in your mind convinced you to sign that letter and ask for that?
They also talk about her relationship, or estranged relationship, let's say, with Danielle Brandon.
Why does she, why do you know why she doesn't like you?
the way that I do things don't align with her, and the way that she does things just don't align with me. But that's, that's anybody, that's everybody. And it just happens that like, our personalities clash a lot.
Is she pissed at you? Does she resent you because you're happy-go-lucky because you're happy?
Now, Sevan also did the weekend review of Dave Castro's weekend review.
They got this problem on there. When you buy CrossFit, you have this other thing, you have two things. You have the affiliates and you have Dave Castro.
And he was in New York again. Now, he was just in Albany a week ago, flew home, did a podcast with Pedro, and then less than a week later, he's back in New York. Andrew Hiller posted this to his Instagram page. It is kind of strange to fly from California all the way across the United States, only to fly all the way back and then all the way back again in under a week. Could we not have arranged it so that you could knock it all out in one trip? I don't know. Now, there are rumors flying around that something is coming, but let's just say, hypothetically, somebody at CrossFit got fired. Let's say, for instance, Dawn Fall. Who would be next in line? I know who I would pick.
What happens if Dave leaves or gets fired and he just decides to go to war and he puts together a fucking army and 4,000 affiliates peel off?
Or let's just say the sale is impending. Our sources were right. By the time you see this, it may already be news.
Is this true? Is this true?
I have no idea.
If this is true, this is blasphemous.
That is all for this dense update. Be sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you're into this sort of thing, head over to my Instagram page where you can follow me there for all the latest happenings in the CrossFit community.
That dense bitch?
She got chalk on her hands, lip gloss on the mic, talking PRs and drama, yeah, her takes ain't light. Deadlifting truths in her crop top fit, in every box know her name, yeah, that dense bitch.
That dense bitch?
Big brain, not big bench, and when she walks in, whole squad gets tense. She say what she want, no filter, no flinch, dropping CrossFit T with a snatch and a twist. That dense bitch.
That dense bitch?
Yeah, she built like a barbell, pretty face, big chest, got some cartel. Hot takes with a side of protein, she the queen of the scene in her Metcon dream. That dense bitch.
That dense bitch?
Got a what and a war to start, talking smack in the chat like it's modern art. Brains, maybe not, but the biceps hit, and she always bring the fire when she tuck her. Did you hear what Jess did at the 6 a.m.? She got caught skipping reps, now she ghosting them. And Mike's on roids, girl, we been new. That dense bitch got the scoop like a pre-workout brew. No PhD, but she studied your form, correcting your squat while she rides the storm. Opinionated, caffeinated, unregulated, pretty and hated, she's celebrated. She ain't dumb, she deliberate. Big boobs, big takes, she ain't delicate. And when she talks, the room goes hush, cause even the coach be scared of her touch. That dense bitch.
That dense bitch?
Yeah, she built like a barbell, pretty face, big chest, got some cartel. Hot takes with a side of protein, she the queen of the scene in her Metcon dream. That dense bitch.
That dense bitch?
Got a wide and a war to start, talking smack in the chat like it's modern art. Brains, maybe not, but the biceps hit, and she always bring the fire when she talk her shit. Yeah, she loud, she proud, and she benching your man. Takes no notes, but she still got a plan. Call her dense, but she flex on cue. That bitch got the news, and she prettier than you.